Canadians are ready for a real hard line. It doesn't matter which way you cut it. We asked Canadians how they felt about the government suspending flights to sunny destinations.
Mm-hmm.
And, we're not talking, so it's going to be a while before we have sunny destinations in Canada because we're still in the thick of winter. But we can see from the polling about 72% of Canadians outright suspending these flights, and another 14% somewhat support. So, man, that's like 86%. So, when the government did that, that has a lot of support. And then testing for people that return, travelers that return, exceptionally high numbers. Almost 19 out of 20 Canadians support or somewhat support mandatory testing for any person, a visitor from outside of Canada, including Canadians, that comes back. So I'm going to say lower the boom. Yeah, lower the boom on travel in order to fight the pandemic.
I mean, it's huge support for this. So it almost makes me wonder why didn't the government act sooner on this?
Oh, exactly. And how about that? And maybe, Michael, we should have a whole segment on how about some of those politicians that did do travel to sunny places? Like, how out of sync was that with average Canadians? It made those politicians look bad. It made their governments look bad. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, it wasn't special to any party or any province. It was like there were Liberals, Conservatives, New Democrats, United Conservatives that did that, and it was at the federal level and the provincial level. But it speaks to Canadians wanted a shutdown of the border, wanted restrictions on travel. The government asked for that, and then we had some politicians whose behavior didn't align with that. So didn't look very good. Didn't look very good at all.
We've also seen some non-politicians travel within the country to get ahead of the line, the vaccine line. And I think that I'm talking about the BC couple accused of traveling to a remote community in Yukon to get a Moderna dose. Unsurprisingly, I think you did some research on this as well.
Yes. Why don't we call them, Michael, pandemic pariahs?
Yeah, I think that's accurate.
Come on. So, we saw, to your point, there are these stories about people, one couple that went to northern Canada in order to jump the queue, pretending to be hospitality workers. Mm-hmm. And we have other Canadians going out of province and out of country sometimes to jump the queue. So, we asked Canadians how they felt about individuals who travel outside of their province in order to access the vaccine faster than they would in their community. And 70% of Canadians outright oppose, another 14% somewhat oppose. So, the key takeaway here is if you do this, your neighbors are not going to be, your neighbors will not look kindly on queue jumpers or people that want to skirt around the rules. What they want, let's face it, this is kind of like a war, right? So, because it's a war, they want everyone to kind of be on the same page. They want everyone to work together and to kind of respect the rules. So anything that looks like queue jumping, at least would make you a pandemic pariah.